Have you ever heard yourself say, wow, I could get really, really drunk right now and that would be fine? Have you ever heard yourself say that or some variation of that? Whether you are sober, have been sober for a long time, are newly sober, are thinking about being sober, I guess sober curious, or you're still actively using alcohol or drugs. Have you ever caught yourself saying this? I heard myself say this yesterday. I was out for a bike ride. I had a really intense, hard day. Emotions were all over the place. I felt intense. And my thoughts brought me back to this old habit. I'm 15 months sober, by the way. I drank for 20 years, heavily, and now I'm 15 months sober and some change. And I heard this thought so clearly. I said, wow, I could go get drunk right now and that'd be fine. And that was a way, it was like a old programming that wanted to run away, wanted to flee, wanted to not have to deal with the feelings, the circumstances, all of it, the sensations, the intensity in my body. And I found it so interesting to hear that thought so clearly because I'm sure I've thought that before, but I have more clarity now, so I can hear my thoughts more clearly. As opposed to when I was drinking all the time and constantly on this roller coaster, I wasn't always aware of myself, and I'm still learning. I'm just getting started. But it was interesting to hear that and to make that connection to what I was experiencing. This thought, this old programming, I could go get drunk right now and that'd be fine. I could run away from my problems and that would be fine. And to make the connection to what was going on in that moment in my body, in my mind, in my life, in my surroundings. I was experiencing a lot of intense feelings in my body that I didn't want to deal with or thought I didn't know how to deal with. Have you ever experienced this? Have you made this connection? Have you seen this connection? I'm so curious. What do you do in these moments? Like I said, I'm 15 months and some change sober, and I'm just starting to kind of connect the dots and see myself more clearly, and I'm sure this will only continue. There's more to learn. There's always more to learn. There's more to discover. And the relationship with ourselves just gets deeper. And it was in this moment yesterday where I just realized, okay, that was this habit I had created for so long that said, I'm going to run away. I didn't drink, by the way. I didn't have a drink. I know I don't want to do that. But I think seeing these parts of myself with more clarity helps me to see that, well, what I'm working with. Like, if I were to go have a drink, what would that leave me with? How would that help? Okay, I'm feeling something intense. I'm experiencing conflict in my environment. What can I do about that? I can walk away. I can go for a bike ride. I can breathe. I can make art. I can write. What do I need to do about that? What do I need to change to help these emotions move, or to help myself to feel in control of myself, of my circumstances, of my life? That's what I'm realizing. And I am curious if any of you have ever had this thought that you're aware of. Oh my God, I'm just going to go get really drunk right now and it's going to be fine. I don't even care. I don't even care. And I think that's normal. Even if you're 15 months into sobriety, even if you're, a week, a day, years, it's this habit, It doesn't mean we have to indulge it. It doesn't mean we have to do the thing. It's just a thought. It's just a thought. And I'm learning that we have more power than many of us learned, many of us have ever known, and we get to make changes in our lives to serve us, serve our communities, our families too, and we get to make the choice. For me, I realized these moments of presence and like seeing myself clearly are really helpful because, like I said, I get to see what I'm working with. So it's just an interesting observation I had that I wanted to share. What do you do in these moments when, an old programming or an old habit pops up and wants to pull you in a direction that you don't actually want to go? What do you do in those moments? How do you navigate it? Feel free to share. I always accept different perspectives. The more we share, the more we can help each other and ourselves. So what do you do in these moments, and have you noticed yourself have these thoughts in tough moments?